Good morning, Anna. How are you feeling today?
I'm doing well, teacher. I'm excited for our lesson, but I'm also a bit nervous. I know I need to improve my English, especially my speaking and understanding.
It's natural to feel a bit nervous. Learning a new language can be challenging, but don't worry. We'll take it step by step. Today, I want to focus on a very useful skill that can help you improve not only your vocabulary, but also your comprehension and confidence in English.
That sounds good. What skill are we talking about?
We're going to talk about reading. Reading in English can help you in so many ways. It can help you learn new words, understand how sentences are formed, and get a better feeling for the language. Reading can also improve your ability to guess meanings from context.
I've heard that reading is good, but sometimes I don't know where to start. There are so many books and articles. I don't know what kind of text is best for me.
That's a great question. It's important to start with something simple. If you choose a text that's too difficult, you will feel frustrated and give up. But if you choose something too easy, you may get bored. It's best to pick short stories or simplified readers designed for English learners.
I see. But how do I know if something is the right level for me?
Good point. A good rule is to read a paragraph or a page and see if you understand at least 70–80% of it without using a dictionary. If you understand that much, then it's a good level. You can guess the rest of the words from context. If you understand less than half, it might be too difficult.
That makes sense. So I should start with simple texts. But sometimes I feel like reading isn't helping me because I forget the words I learn. I see new words, but later I don't remember them.
That's normal. When you first start reading, you will encounter new words many times. You might not remember them at first, but as you continue reading and see those words again and again, they will become familiar. Also, you can use strategies like underlining new words, writing them in a notebook, or making simple flashcards.
I've tried writing down words before, but it feels like a lot of work. Is it really worth it?
Yes, it can be. But don't stress yourself too much. Try to pick only a few new words from each reading, maybe 3 to 5 words. Write them down with a simple definition and maybe an example sentence. Don't try to memorize every single new word you see. Over time, your vocabulary will naturally grow.
Okay, that sounds more manageable. I'll try to select just a few words to focus on each time I read.
Perfect. Another benefit of reading is that you improve your comprehension, meaning you understand texts better and you start to feel the natural flow of English sentences. Over time, you'll pick up new phrases naturally. Let me tell you a short story about someone who benefited a lot from reading. After that, we can discuss it.
That sounds good. I'm ready to listen to the story.
Once upon a time, there was a young man named Mark who wanted to improve his English. He was nervous when he spoke and did not remember many new words. His teacher said, "You should start reading easy English books. Reading will help you build your vocabulary. It will also help you improve comprehension. With time, you will feel more comfortable with English. Mark listened to his teacher. He began reading simple short stories every day. At first, it was slow and a little difficult. He often stopped to find the meaning of words, but he used context clues to guess the meaning when he could. He underlined new words and wrote them in a notebook. After a few weeks, Mark noticed he could understand the stories better. He did not need to stop so often. He started to pick up new phrases naturally. He also began developing a sense of language flow. This means he understood how words and sentences fit together. He enjoyed reading the stories now, not just studying them. As Mark continued reading every day, he felt more confident. When he spoke English, he remembered more words. He could say sentences more easily. His teacher was proud of him. Mark was proud of himself too. He understood that practice was important. Reading was a good habit that helped him grow step by step. Soon, Mark's English improved so much that he got a better job. He could talk to clients and coworkers without feeling so nervous. Reading changed his relationship with the language. He enjoyed English more, and he knew that if he kept reading, he would continue to improve. That's the story, Anna. What do you think?
I think I understand it well. Mark was like me, nervous and unsure. But he started reading easy English texts every day. Over time, he got better, remembered more words, and felt confident. In the end, he even got a better job. It's inspiring.
I'm glad you found it inspiring. Mark's experience shows that reading can have a big impact on your language skills. Now, do you have any questions about the phrases I used? Like build your vocabulary, improve comprehension, or pick up new phrases naturally?
Yes. Build your vocabulary means to learn more words, right?
Exactly. Build your vocabulary is like adding more words to your word bank. The more words you know, the easier it is to understand and express yourself.
Improve comprehension means to understand better?
Yes, comprehension means understanding what you read or hear. When you improve comprehension, you understand more without struggling so much.
Pick up new phrases naturally. Means you learn them without trying too hard, just by seeing them often. Right?
Correct. When you read a lot, you start to notice the same phrases, and your brain learns them naturally. You don't have to memorize them like a list.
And a sense of language flow means feeling how the words fit together smoothly?
Exactly. Language flow is understanding the natural order of words and how English sentences are built. Reading helps you feel comfortable with the structure.
I see. That's really helpful. Now, one concern I have is time. I'm busy. I work and study. How much time should I spend reading every day?
Even 10 or 15 minutes a day can make a difference if you're consistent. It's better to read a little every day than to read for 1 hour only once a week. Daily practice helps you remember words and stay connected with the language.
That sounds more realistic. I can try reading for 15 minutes after dinner. What if I feel bored sometimes?
Good question. Choose topics you like. If you enjoy stories, read short stories. If you like sports, find simple sports news in English. If you're interested in travel, read travel blogs for learners. The key is to find something that keeps you motivated and curious.
That's a good idea. If I read about something that interests me, I won't be bored, and I'll be more likely to continue. What about looking up every new word I see? Isn't that too time-consuming?
It can be. Don't try to look up every single new word. If you do that, you'll get tired and frustrated. Instead, try to guess meaning from context first. If you see a word many times and still don't understand it, then you can look it up. Also, focus on just a few new words from each reading session.
That makes sense. If I try to learn everything at once, I'll burn out.
Exactly. Learning a language is a long journey. You have to enjoy the process. Think of it as collecting pieces of a puzzle. Each reading session gives you a few new pieces, and over time, you'll see the bigger picture.
I like that idea. A puzzle that I build piece by piece. Another question. What if I don't know what level of text to choose?
You can start with text designed for beginners. Many websites offer graded readers. These are short stories or articles that use simple vocabulary and grammar. If you understand most of the story but still find a few new words, that's perfect. If it's too easy, try a slightly harder level next time.
Good. I'll look for graded readers online. Another thing, sometimes I feel shy about my pronunciation. Does reading help with that too? I mean, if I'm just reading silently, how do I improve pronunciation?
Reading silently helps with vocabulary and comprehension. For pronunciation, you can read aloud sometimes or listen to audiobooks. If you read along with an audiobook, you can hear how words are pronounced and then try to copy that. This way, you combine reading and listening practice.
That's a great idea. I can find a simple audiobook and read along to improve my pronunciation and understanding.
Exactly. And remember, the more you read, the more comfortable you become with English. You will start to recognize common patterns, and your speaking will improve naturally as well. When you have words in your mind, it's easier to say them out loud.
I'm feeling much more motivated now. Before, reading seemed like just another task. But now I see it can be fun, and it will help me in many areas, including vocabulary, comprehension, and even speaking.
I'm very happy to hear that. Just remember what happened to Mark in the story. He started with simple texts and kept reading every day. He became more confident and eventually improved his English a lot. If you follow a similar habit, you can also make great progress.
I believe it. I'll start tonight. I'll find a short, simple story and read it. If I like it, I'll continue tomorrow and the next day. Little by little, I'll build my vocabulary and improve my understanding.
That's an excellent plan, Anna. And if you ever feel stuck or have questions, you can ask me. We can talk about the words you learned or the phrases you picked up. Over time, you will notice how much easier it becomes.
Thank you, teacher. I appreciate your help and advice. I feel more confident now, and I know what to do.
You're welcome. I'm proud of your attitude and willingness to try something new. Keep reading, keep exploring topics you enjoy, and remember that consistent practice is the key. Soon, like Mark, you'll see that reading is not just an exercise. It's an enjoyable habit that makes your English better every day. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure you don't miss our next video. We have an exciting and engaging topic lined up to help you practice your listening skills. Click here to watch it and keep improving your English.